Steven Stevens could be anybody who's having a bad day. A lot of people around the world go through stress that they can't deal with and makes them snap. But if you feel like you want to snap, please try to get some help. And if one person ain't listening, call another person. Somebody will listen. Just don't do what Steven Stevens did. Just kill this elderly man in this picture for nothing. Just saw the guy walking down the street and just shoot him and kill him. Man, 74 years old. Can he just live the rest of his life peacefully and go out with natural causes? But he just happened to cross path with Steven Stevens, who was mad at his girlfriend and decided to go around shooting people, go on a shooting spree, claiming he killed 13 people, but the police can't seem to find 13 people that he killed. So that story might be kind of fishy. But if you don't know about this story, this guy worked as a youth counselor or some kind of worker with kids with behavioral issues. And that might sound kind of crazy to some people because it seemed like he the one with the behavioral issues for killing this older guy that has nothing to do with him and his girlfriend. This whole thing is triggered by him being mad at his girlfriend. But Steven Stevens had no criminal background history to anyone's surprise. And he had a concealed carry license. And I believe he went to college. Therefore, he's not quite the type that would do something like this, according to America. But I watch a lot of news, I read a lot of history, and over the years, over the months, from time to time, you'll see normal people, as America called it. These are normal people, they're law-abiding citizens. You'll see these people snap over time. I believe in Florida, the guy that went in and killed the people in the gay bar, he hadn't had any criminal history either. He just got him some guns and just went in there and said that's what he was going to do, shoot a bunch of people in the gay bar. And that's what happened. Not saying none of this right, not glorifying none of this, but I just want to point out that these dudes were law-abiding citizens and they just snapped. So that means that anybody in America, anybody around the world could just snap. Just get a hold of a gun and just snap. I'm not trying to tell people to snap, but I'm trying to say that this stuff does happen. You know, we got laws and we got judges that say this and we got laws that say that, and they take guns out of the hands of people with domestic abuse charges and people with felony charges and people with mental illness. But you have to ask yourself, if this guy and that guy in Florida didn't have any criminal history and they had a gun, then what difference do these gun laws make? Especially when people can buy a lot of guns on the street. So what difference do the gun laws make? If America wants to get better with these gun crimes, they almost have to stop making guns. And which the NRA ain't gonna let that happen. But Steven Stevens snapped over his girlfriend. I don't know if she broke up with him or what happened, but I do know from having a lot of friends and me going through it, these women will make you snap. But it should never be come to murdering somebody that don't have nothing to do with the situation, or even murdering the girl that do have something to do with the situation. The proper thing to do is to stop dating these women that are causing problems and go find you another woman, because a lot of these women look beautiful, but they have issues. Not trying to say this lady got issues. I don't know what their deal was. I know one side of the story, but I don't quite know what their deal was. But get some help. You don't have to just kill somebody. Go get some help. First person ain't listening to you, call another person. Somebody will listen. Finally, today, on the 18th of April, this Steven Stevens thing came to an end. in Pennsylvania. Some McDonald's workers saw him come through the drive-thru, recognized him, and stalled him a little bit with his food, and tried to stall him some more while they called police. And he just grabbed his chicken McNuggets and he left. Well, by that time, the police showed up, saw him, spotted him, followed him, chased him. And I guess he pulled over somewhere and shot himself. Probably because he didn't want to deal with a shootout with the police, or maybe he didn't want to deal with going to prison for the rest of his life, being locked in a jail cell with 1 hour a day outside time and 23 hours a day in that jail cell is enough to drive somebody crazy. But this is what happened. Steven Stevens, innocent guy, law-abiding citizen, just snaps. Issue with his girlfriend and just snaps and just killed an old elderly man. Doesn't seem right, because America wants us to believe that criminals do this type of stuff, but the reality is law-abiding citizens may flip out and do this type of stuff. I'm not glorifying it. I'm not laughing at it. I'm just saying that this can be anybody. It's just not criminals. These laws don't make sense sometimes, because they're aiming at criminals, but sometimes the people doing these crimes are not criminals. So why do we have some of these gun laws? Guess that's a question somebody else had to ask. But this guy here got shot by the police helping his mental patient client, and the police just pulls up and shoot him. He asked the police, "Why you shoot me?" And the police officer said, "I don't know." Long story short, the police officer never got in trouble. These judges all the time have court cases where they mishandle evidence, and they still have their jobs. You know, most of us got jobs. If we mishandle paperwork, we might get rolled up or fired. I don't know what happened to these judges, but the criminal justice system, a lot of us know that they have friends all over the place. So most of the time, they never get in trouble. Most of the time, they quit one job before they can get in trouble, and they go get hired somewhere else like nothing ever happened. And we got to deal with these people and put up with these people. And the truth of the matter is, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Only God is perfect. Quit putting your faith in human beings. Ladies, quit putting your faith in men. Men, quit putting your faith in these women. People are not perfect. People are going to make mistakes. They tell you to look at a police officer and a judge and a politician like they God, like they never do a mistake. They for your best interest. No, these people got issues like everybody else, just like this priest. Priests get in trouble. People have sins that they do. Bad thoughts. Thoughts you shouldn't act upon, but it happens. It can happen to anybody. So stop believing this stuff, that you have to trust these judges, these police officers, these doctors, these lawyers. They can make mistakes too, just like a construction worker, just like a factory worker, just like a McDonald's worker. We all human. We all make mistakes. You know, like I said, judges get in trouble too. They do things too. There's nobody you should be looking up to or holding higher than you should be holding them. There's no reason for that. America wants you to believe that there's perfect people in high positions, but that's just not true. Just go look at the news, do some research, and you'll see that this is a mess. Criminal justice system, the politician system, this is a mess. This judge right here lost his job because he was tired of the mess in the criminal justice system. He was tired of seeing blacks have court cases with all white juries and almost always being convicted. No sympathy from the white juries in a black town. which is just crazy. I don't know what's the big deal with just locking up a bunch of black folks. What's the big deal with, anybody who's guilty should go to jail, just not the black folks. Why everything got to be rigged up against black folks? Don't understand that. It don't make sense. But this stuff happens, and once again, I say ain't nobody perfect. Nobody. A judge, lawyer, police officer, bus driver, school teacher. Just do some research. You'll see that all these people get in trouble. Anybody can make a mistake. They should have a law giving out second chances. Than what they should have. They shouldn't have a law where, it shouldn't be one charge stick with you forever. People need second chances because we all make mistakes. God died for our sins, right? So that's truth too. We all need a second chance. I'm out.